and they also struggled turning it over, 26th in turnovers.
And they didn't defend. They score 103, but they give up 105 a game.
Well,
Jack Randolph misses.
If you know any of the, it's pretty bad when the team itself doesn't have those great shooters anymore.
And they missed too. I mean, both Jermaine O'Neal, as we mentioned, he only played half the season. Jamal Tinsley, who's out tonight with his recurring knee problem. Randolph's second shot best players missing half the season. Yet they still did win 35 games. Murphy hits. And here comes Dunleavy. He's had a good individual season. Murray, nice backdoor play, and Dunleavy finish. That's a spots up, open jumper, shot won't go. And here come the Pacers. You just tell, and it's certainly expected. Nice move from Dunleavy. Exit interviews. And he'll start interviewing players, coaches, etc. to try and determine what his game plan is.
Well, he's had the opportunity to see the team play a few games, but certainly you want to know more about it.
Feelings on with all the speculation and the possibilities of what would happen.
Well, I think in order for the fans, Mike, to think that the team was moving in their
field. Malik Rose, quick shot. David Lee does a good job tipping it out. Nate Robinson can't hit the. Mention the assistants, Earl, and for the assistants, this is a very difficult time as well because obviously with the job speculation concerning Isaiah Thomas. Murphy.
That's what I always say. If you stand around that free throw line extended, the ball's to bounce to you. That was a good example that time.
That was always like Indiana. I mean, Indiana would have been interesting to see how they would have been this year if O'Neal and Tinsley were healthy. Because those two are obviously very important to the team. As Dunleavy nails that, feeling's more of an exception. Reggie Miller did it here in Indiana. He wasn't the man anymore. Jalen Rose and then Jermaine O'Neal. And he accepted not being the main guy anymore. He wasn't a backup, but he wasn't the franchise player anymore. That will not happen. Flip Murray brings it up for the Pacers. Tonight, even though last night of the regular season is Dunleavy gets.
Well, let's not leave out Steve Nash.
Right. Well, he's been doing it for a while. Dunleavy. David Lee put his hand on him. Didn't like the call. Wasn't.
I used to swear you were carrying that ball until you played with us.
Well, you know, I had to go to the head of the NBA referees to show them that I wasn't carrying the ball in my rookie year. So. No backhand.
10-point lead right now for the Pacers. Dunleavy has been having his way. Lobs it into Harrison. Nice pass from Dunleavy.
Honorable, right? When new people come in.
It's all part of it. As new regimes, new coaches like to have people that they've worked with that they're comfortable with. And a lot depends on who has a contract. And as Dunleavy puts up another one. And it goes in.
Or the hotel, and it'll be gone. I had to borrow somebody else's uniform.
Can you imagine today's player going to a local laundromat to wash his uniform? Here's another three-pointer for the season. He's now 2 for 6. Dunleavy comes back, and he hits.
He's probably one of the fastest guys on the team. Yep. So, I mean, obviously, if if the scheme is to get the ball up and down.
Primarily, he doesn't shoot. You have a big guy, he's a shooter, he doesn't dribble, and I think that's definitely hurt the game. And when you look at the Knick team, that's one of the problems of not having that mentors. I think Chuck Daly advised him not to take the job. Dunny Walsh, I think he mentioned Isaiah, don't try to do both.
Hard foul